Aloha, my beautiful people, and welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We're gonna go hanging in Hawaii with this new BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. Check it out. Alright guys, let's get tropical. So BH Cosmetics has this Hangin in Hawaii palette that I've been dying to get my hands on. It's been sold out at Ulta every single time I went in there, and I finally was able to purchase it. It's like $20. I'll put the price down there, but it is so affordable for the blendability and the pigments you get out of this palette. It is insane for the price. How pretty is that packaging? I just love this packaging. It is so pretty. All right, let's open this up. Let's take out the little thing. You get a nice size mirror in there. Oh my goodness, look at those colors. How beautiful is that? I am going to show the swatches now. Look at those swatches. So you have that first row. It's called, that first row is Hula, Shaka, Hibiscus, and Luau. The second row is Shana, Pineapple, Lei, Aloha. And then the third row is Tiki, Sandy, Coconut, and Paradise. Then you've got Maui, Waikiki. Oh, I love Waikiki. It's so beautiful there. And then Mahalo, which is the traditional Hawaiian saying, and then Honolulu. So very beautiful, beautiful colors. Oh my goodness. I am a Hawaiian girl. I am part Hawaiian. I am just in love with this palette. I cannot wait to test it out on camera. I just kind of played with it a little bit in store, but I haven't actually created a look out of it. So since it is springtime now, I wanted to just indulge in this beautiful pink palette. So let's get started. I'm going to just set my eye base really fast here. So I already did most of my makeup. I just need to do my eyes. I'm gonna use my P.Lousie base. I love this base, you guys. It is so amazing. Yes, I'm still a paint pot girl. I still love my soft ochre. I kind of switch back and forth. I am actually going to try, I'm just gonna put it on my finger. I'm gonna try to just not set this, because you're not supposed to set the P.Louise. You're actually supposed to just go in with your eyeshadow. So I'm gonna, for once, not set it. Let's see here. Trying to do it so that you guys can see me. And I just like to put it on with my finger at first, and then I take a brush. Oh, Christy. I'm gonna take this new brush from, I got in my Ipsy Glam bag, called Island Organics, and I am digging this brush lately. It's actually a really good brush. And just kind of carve out my eyebrows a little bit on the top there. And then just, I like using this brush to set my eyeshadow base, because to lay down my eyeshadow base, because I like that it has the other side to kind of like blend out a little. So I kind of set it with the flat side, and then I go in with the fluffy side and kind of blend it out. So that's why I really like using this brush lately. And then I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to do it so that you guys can see me. This side's always hard for me though. So I like to place it with my finger first, and then go in on with the brush and kind of just really get it in there and nice and placed perfectly. So there we go. That's the eyeshadow base. I love this eyeshadow base. I think it's number 2 is the color. Again, I'll put everything on the bottom. Just make sure I placed everything. And then sometimes I like to just take my finger and just tap. Just like that, just to make sure it's all set down. So you want to make sure you have a good eyeshadow base for any eyeshadows you use. All right, let's go get tropical in this Hawaii palette. We are going to start off with, so there isn't really a base color like the colors I like, which is, I'm going to show you in this little Z palette type Morphe one, but it's a more affordable one. So like these colors right here that I typically would use, they don't have one in this palette. It's the only kind of downfall to this one, but that's okay. I still will always have this anyway. So I'm going to use that Kat Von D Lyric color and just kind of place it underneath the eyebrow bone, because that's where I'm really going to use that color. I'm just going to place that underneath the eyebrow bone. I'm not going to go all over, because I'm going to play with some of these pinks on the eyelid space area. So I'm only just gonna do it underneath the eyebrow bone. just to create that nice little base of an eyebrow bone highlight. And just take my finger and just blend that. All right, let's go in and play with these colors. So I'm wearing kind of a mauve-y pink today. So we're gonna go in with Shaka first, that second one on the first row, and we're gonna use that as a transition shade. You know what, since this mirror is nice and pretty, we're just gonna use this mirror. Okay, and we're just gonna go in as I normally do with my transition color and go in there. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. See how much pigment you get out of that? Wow, that's a beautiful transition color. And I'm just going in little by little. I'm not really going in heavy-handed, and I didn't put a lot of product on that brush either. So I'm just using this as my normal transition shade, and I'm bringing it in pretty close into the eyebrow area. I can't see out of that mirror because I'm blind, so I actually need to pull out my more magnifying one. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so blind. If I could just find a pair of contacts, comment below if you have a pair of contacts that just sit so comfortably and you've had issues in the past with contacts, because I feel like there are just not a lot of contacts I can wear, but I cannot see. My vision is getting worse and worse. So I really need to find a pair of contacts because I can't wear my glasses when I film. So I'm having a dilemma here. You know, it's just not fun getting older. So isn't that a beautiful transition color? Oh, I love this palette, you guys. It is so beautiful. It's screaming my name for spring. I would have loved to use this luau color, but it's has too much glitter in it. So I need to stick to more the mattes right now because I'm just darkening up that eye space. So I'm gonna go in with Aloha. All right, we're gonna go in with this brush right here from Pinky Rose, and I really like that store, F20. I like this brush. It kind of reminds me a lot of my Smith brush, where it's kind of like flat, but it still has that blending ability, which is nice. And it really is going to sit nice and tight into this little crease area right there. So I'm going to take Aloha, and I'm just going to dip that in there, dust it off, and we're just going to go in right there. Ooh, that color. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm obsessed with pinks right now, or just corals, pinks. I just love it. Ooh, that's such a pretty color. All right, so you can kind of, this is kind of a warmer pink too. It's not real cool toned. It's more on the warm side, which is kind of up my alley. Even though I'm trying to explore into cooler tones, I always go back to warm tones. Look at how beautiful that is. That is so pretty. All right, we're gonna take a little bit more of that. Dust that off. A lot is coming out, and I'm not really seeing much fallout, which is nice. So that makes it really, really nice. There you go. That's a beautiful color. And it really just deposits that perfect amount of color, but it still blends really well. These colors are very, very blendable. I like that about this palette. I like that about BH Cosmetics. I mean, it's like Morphe and Color Pop. You're just getting so much. I'm gonna dip back into Shaka and go above that and just keep blending because we want to make sure we're always like transitioning everything together and just creating like that nice ombre effect. So pretty. Wow. Who wants to go to Hawaii right now? I would love to go to Hawaii right now. I would love to be there. It's been so cold here in Sacramento. Oh my goodness. We're finally in spring, and I'm so excited because as much as I love winter and I do love cold and I crave it when that time frame comes, I like the changes in the season, you know? Sometimes I just get tired of that cold. And I was sick for like 4 weeks straight. I'm finally starting to feel better, which is crazy how long that lasted. Look at how beautiful that is, you guys. That is so pretty. Wow, it's like that warm pink tone colors that I really, really like. And it's not too crazy where if somebody is not like really into playing with color, they would get intimidated by it. I think it is a very, very natural palette, as you can see from that picture. It's just stunning how beautiful it is. Wow. I mean, you can leave it here and just kind of create just a little bit, even go a little bit softer on that and have a very natural pink diffused look, or you can just keep building and make it more dramatic. I mean, it just really depends on your preference, but so far I am just like, I'm just really, really stunned how much quality you get for the price, which is amazing. And I say that with ColourPop, I say that with Morphe. I mean, all these affordable brands now where you just don't have to spend a lot of money. And honestly, like, I could go for a natural cool tone look with just that first row right there, or I can stay on the warmer side, which I'm doing today, and just go with these 2 rows. We're gonna go in with my MAC 221 because I don't want this one to go too high. I want it to really stay here nice and tight. So, and this will deposit that right there. So I'm gonna use that Pink Paradise, as you can see right there from the picture. I'm gonna place that right here. Ooh, look at that pink. Oh, it's speaking to me right now. Yes, it is speaking to me. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I actually got my mom to purchase this palette. She liked it so much because she's into pinks. She loves pink. She's like me. That's our favorite color. What the heck? Oh my goodness. What is going on here, you guys? Look at that. That's like high quality right there. I know Anastasia just launched that new palette with their pressed pigments inside of their newest palette, which I can't wait to get my hands on just because I want to try it. But you know, you're looking at almost $50 for that palette, and I think this is like 20, so, or less than that probably. And then I'm just gonna go in on this side and do the same thing. Wowzo, 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 wowzo. And it's not even breaking up. It's just sitting in there so pretty. Like, I haven't even had to like really work my magic in my blending skills because it's just blending out so beautiful. It's not patching up. I just cannot believe it, you guys. That is so beautiful. Wow. And hardly any fallout. I already did my makeup and I'm not seeing any fallout at all, which is crazy good. I mean, that doesn't bother me if there's fallout as long as it presses in nicely and creates a beautiful look. I don't really care so much about the fallout. I mean, who wouldn't want to not have the fallout? But it doesn't bother me if it's a good product. But to not have fallout at all, it's pretty good. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more and just deposit just a little bit more color there. I'm so obsessed with this pink. I'm gonna be using this palette a lot in the summer, I can tell you that much. Wow, that is so pretty. Okay, we're gonna go back over with Aloha, that second color we used, and we're gonna go back in with that pinky rose brush and just kind of do the same process but reversed order. And just go above that pink and just really make sure we're blending it all together like that. Just like that, just to kind of give it just a little bit more oomph there. We just want to just transition every color together. So I'm just lightly taking that color on top of the pink, just lightly taking it in, and probably just going to bring it in a little bit more there and a little bit more there. And then we're going to go back in with that first transition color, Shaka, back to that Morphe 441, the fluffier brush, and go over the Aloha color. And just again, just trying to blur out those edges to make sure we don't have any harsh lines and everything is blending together and playing nicely. So pretty, you guys. Wow. Wow, I'm just kind of just taking that. I don't have any product on there anymore. It's just kind of whatever's left over and just blending it into the center of my face, going towards my nose. And again, we'll clean up all the bottom area. I'm not worried about that right now. So pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, so excited. I know, just the smallest things excite me. I am going to, let's play around a little. Let's get a little fun here. I am actually going to I'm gonna create an eyelid space area. I think I'm gonna do a darker eyelid. I'm gonna go in with Luau. I know, we're gonna get a little crazy here. We're gonna go for more, again, you can leave it here. You can even just take a pop of one of those colors and just pop it in the center. So many different looks you can create, but we're gonna go a little crazy today, and we're gonna take Luau, that mauve pink because it matches my shirt, and we're gonna create a nice eyelid space area with that. We're just gonna try it out. You know, the thing with makeup is you can always wash it off. So if you don't like the look, just take it off and redo it. All right, I'm gonna take my MAC 242 and I'm going to spray this bad boy because you always should spray. I mean, you're just gonna get the best pigment from spraying. It just is what it is. And then I'm going to take, unless you have a pressed pigment shadow, you might not need to, but you just never know. It's just better to play on the safe side. All right, let's take that color and we're just gonna put it into the eyelid space right there. Oh my goodness, look at that pink. Oh, that's so beautiful. Wow, that is a gorgeous color. My goodness. Okay, I'm getting a little fallout now, as you can see, but that's okay. I have setting powder there, so I'm not concerned. I'm just gonna dust that off after. I don't know if I did enough setting powder, but like I said before, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's enough. It'll fall out. Oops. I wonder why I just tried to do my eyeshadow like that. Oh, it's one of those days. Okay. That is so beautiful. This is kind of messy, this one, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's getting all over the pan. So as you can see, it's kind of like getting a little messy there, but that's okay. It's a beautiful color. I mean, come on now. Like, that is so pretty. Oh, look at that color. That is stunning. I'm glad I wet the brush. Because of that fallout, it's gonna help keep it together a little bit more by wetting the brush. All right, let's go in on this side. Now, the more you do the patting motions, the less fallout you're gonna get. So if you sit there and you just go in like that, you are gonna get a lot of fallout. So do more placing on this particular color. You guys have to remember, I didn't even cut crease this. I didn't even lay down extra eyeshadow base, because if I would have done that, that would have even popped even more, but I didn't even really have to. I mean, it's so pretty. Look at that pink. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Let me turn that light back. Oh my goodness, I just love how gorgeous it just placed on my eyelid. I'm really, really amazed when an affordable company like this can come out with such quality products, because that means you don't have to spend an arm and a leg on a palette and, you know, feel like, wow, I just spent $50 on a palette. Is it really all that great? You can sit there and spend $20 or less on a palette and go, wow, this is crazy good. It's like the James Charles palette, $39, and you get all of those shades that are just play so beautifully and blend so beautifully together. So don't always feel like you have to spend that much. Sometimes you need to spend it on a good foundation and just maybe cut the cost a little bit on the eyeshadow palette. All right, I have to put my hair behind my ears because it's getting all up in my way. I'm just kind of creating a little bit more drama on the outer corner. You know, it just depends on your mood. If you feel like doing this, this is like, you could have left it the other way for more of a daytime glamour look and then just kind of gone a little bit darker like I'm doing right now for a nighttime look. Okay, I'm just gonna take that on the outer corner. Again, just the outer corner V, and just place it right there and just kind of blend it. This brush is really good for that. And then I'm going to eventually blend that warmer color into it. So just creating just a little bit more deepness right there. Just right there. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Makeup is just playing, you know, and it's playing to your preferences, what you like. Not necessarily what I like or what someone else likes. You have to play to what you like. All right, so I don't feel like that color, I feel like that color was a little bit more patchy. I don't know if I was a big fan of Mahalo. I don't know. I have to play with it more, but I don't feel like that deposited. It was a little patchy, you see that? Yeah, that one didn't play as nice. That's okay. But the trick is you're gonna take Paradise again, that pinky color, and you're just gonna go over that. Let me do this so you guys can see. So you just, if you have problems with patchiness, just take a color that you know is not patchy, and like we just already had that color right there, and just kind of go over it. So look at that, it fixed it. So don't be concerned if that happens, because it's gonna happen. So just, I have a dry patch right there, so it's really just kind of patching no matter what, and that might be it. I've just been getting really dry on the corners of my eye, the outer corners of my eye, so I've been having some issues. So that might be what it is too, but We'll try it again in another tutorial, but right now it's coming out a little patchy, that brown color. But that's okay. It deposited just enough deepness so I'm okay with that. And then we're gonna go back in with that pinky rose brush and we're gonna get Aloha back in there and just kind of warm up that outer area right here. So see how that just kind of fixes it right there? It just kind of fixes that area, which is nice. So, oh, that was a little bummer. My eyes are a little funky these days. I don't know what's going on with my eye patching on the dry spot. I gotta just moisturize a little bit more there at night. All right, I'm gonna go back in and blend. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Just blend out the edges. Smooth everything out. All these colors are just so beautiful and I just want to play more with these colors. I mean, I had more of a cooler mauve on, so I kind of had to take down some of that warm tone and create a little bit more cooler tones into the look, but they played well together. I'm not quite sure how I feel about Mahalo yet. Maybe Honolulu might be a little bit darker. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, let's get to the lower lash line and I'm gonna kind of do the same order as I did before, except I'm not gonna do Shaka. I'm just gonna start in with Aloha on the bottom. I'm gonna take my MAC 239. It's kind of like a pointed pencil type brush, and I'm gonna take Aloha and I'm gonna go in on the bottom lash line right here. And don't worry, I'm gonna clean all that up in a second. Ooh, that's pretty on the bottom. See how that creates that, just kind of brings everything together. I always feel like that lower lash line area, when you create a good look, it can just bring everything together. Ooh, that's so pretty. And then I'm gonna take that Paradise and I'm gonna go in with this brush, this Morphe like pencil brush that I always use that doesn't have a number. I'm gonna take that pinky color Paradise and I'm gonna go in tighter to the lash line. Oh yes, that is so pretty. I love the way that looks. Go in right here, do the same thing on that side. It just kind of takes that pigment in a little bit tighter when you use a pencil brush. And just create that nice soft contour on the bottom lash line. Woo, that's pretty. Okay, now let's go in with a flat liner brush from Crown. I like my Crown brushes. I'm gonna take Mahalo and see if that deposits enough darkness on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's gonna do it. And just kind of go really tight to the lash line. Yeah, see, I just don't feel like Mahalo is that good of a brown. As you can tell, it did nothing like it would normally do. So I am gonna go in, let's try Honolulu and see if Honolulu is a little bit darker. That darker, like purplish brown. Okay, Honolulu's better. All right, see how it's actually depositing color there? Mahalo didn't do anything. So I thought it was just because my outer corner eye area is a little dry patchy there, but it's not. It's definitely the color is just not as pretty. But that's okay. There's gonna be colors in a palette sometimes that just don't perform as well as others. And some colors are just harder to produce sometimes, so. Just going in really tight. That's why I like taking these flat liner brushes, because it just places it in nice and tightly. Nice and tight. I don't know if tight. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Okay, so Honolulu is really pretty. Now I'm gonna go back to that little no number Morphe brush and take Paradise and go underneath that and just kind of smoke out that, soften out that line. And go in on the other side and do the same thing. So it just blends everything together, and now I'm gonna clean it up, put my lashes on, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I did the rest of my makeup off camera, so my final review of this palette is, it is a beautiful palette. Is it my absolute favorite? Is it everything that I wanted it to be? Not really. I kind of wanted it a little bit more out of it. And I say that because I wasn't that excited about the darker colors. And I like to create more drama looks. Now, if you're more of a natural person, I think this is a beautiful palette to go for. And I think you can create some beautiful, natural, soft looks, which I will do in the spring. And I am going to hold on to this palette because I did like working with a lot of these colors. I loved Paradise. That is a beautiful pink, and pink is hard to do. And then Luau was absolutely stunning on that eyelid space. I liked Aloha haul a lot. I liked that transition color with the shaka. I did use Hula for an inner corner and I really liked that. I do want to play more with some of these other colors, so I'm excited about that. And as far as these two darker ones, I liked the colors, but I needed more color payoff on that. I just was really disappointed. I actually ended up having to go with an eyeliner over that, and I don't typically like to do that. I like to use the shadows as my eyeliner. So I was a little disappointed with that, but the packaging is so beautiful. I love this hot pink. It just makes you want to be in Hawaii. I want to go do my makeup in Hawaii right now. It's so pretty. And I don't know, I mean, I like the fact that it had a mirror too. That was nice. So it's a very solid packaging. You can't go wrong with the price point. It's such affordable makeup, and you do, for the majority, get a lot of color payoff, you get a lot of pigmentation, you get a lot of good blendability for that cost. So excited about that. I did finish off with the highlighter by Wet n Wild. I'm loving this highlighter, and I also used the blush, the Color Icon blush. For less than $10, you get a beautiful highlighter and a beautiful blush. You can't go wrong with that. I finished off my lips with the Makeup Forever Artist Lip Liner. I love these lip liners. And then I used the Revlon Color Balm, which I've been talking about. You can check out my drugstore video. And I used the Marc Jacobs lip gloss. So I kind of mix and match my drugstore and my high end. But I do like the way it all pulled together, and I am a big fan of pinks right now. So I'm excited about that. If you want to see more affordable makeup, please comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Set your notification bell for future videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys, bye!